Been playing with this Coleman dual fuel single mantle lantern lately, and I was talking to a friend at work and he mentioned he had one of these. Here we are. This is the one he's got. He hasn't used it for over 10 years. This one's in really good condition actually. He hasn't touched it in 10 years and he hadn't pumped it up or anything, but I did crack this earlier and you can see the shell light in there. It's under pressure. It's still got a good smell to it. So that's 10-year-old shell light in there. Very similar to the one I did a while back, which had the shell light, which was about 8 years old. But under here, we've got some spare mantles. We'll just put that back on there. How old that one is, but that one I'm never going to open that one. I'm going to put a new mantle on it and attempt to fire it up. I'm hoping the generator's okay and the jet isn't blocked. Pull this old mantle off. Might make a bit of a mess. Pull that off. You can see the condition, like the surface rust is very minimal. It's in really good condition. I've got a 1/2-inch spanner. I'll just make sure that's nipped up. Only because I've been playing with this other one here, which is, you can see the other one I've got here. You can see the condition. This one's been running on unleaded and it's just sooted up. That's why I don't like using unleaded. I prefer to use shell light any day of the week. This one is in really good condition. Thank you, Ian. I really appreciate this. Anyway, I'll use one of even these mantles. These are quite old. These ones are made in South Australia. I don't really know too much about these lanterns, except there's the nostalgia of my brother used to have these lanterns all the time. We used to go camping, and just the sound of them and the light output has always fascinated me. So if you see I'm doing something wrong, just forgive me. I'm not a professional in any way. I just had to break this little string. This mantle looks a little bit too big, but like I said, I'm not really a connoisseur in Coleman lanterns, so I'm just going to get some copper wire and just wire it on for now, just to fire it up. Like I said, it hasn't been used for 10 years, so I'm just curious to see how it goes. It's so much harder doing it on camera as well. Okay, so it's not the most elegant job. It is pressurized, but I'm just going to give it a bit more. Actually, the other day with this one, this other one I haven't managed to get going, but the cup in here, I end up putting a bit of engine oil on there and just freshen it up and then invert these cups. And I actually got this one to pressurize, but the generator's the weak point at the moment. Anyway, we'll get back to this. Just make sure, so there's enough pressure in there. Get the mantle, we'll bed that in. Hope it doesn't set the smoke alarms off in here. I'm normally doing it outside, but it's so windy outside and potentially going to rain. So hopefully the smoke alarm doesn't go off. We'll see how we go. So I'll just let that bed in a little bit. Might even just crack it just a tad. Hopefully it's not blocked. There we go. Before it gets too volatile, I'm just going to put that on. Oops. We're sort of buying time here as far as that smoke, so I need to clear that smoke before the smoke alarm goes off. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't burn the ceiling. I'll put this on. There you go, 10-year-old fuel. We might get a bit of ghosting on the mantle. You can see that nice, the mantle's probably not really well. I'm just going to turn the lights off because it might be a little bright. There you go, Ian, she still works. How cool is that? Also to note, when cash and checks, the old Commonwealth money bag, I'm sure any Aussies would recognise these from back in the day. That's going really well. Very happy with that. Thank you, Ian, once again. That's pretty good, actually. That mantle's shrunk down nicely. Very, very impressed. Anyway, this is just a very short video and we'll see you on the next one.